Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Now, I want to set the scene before we dive into the video. This defendant has 13, not one, not two, not three, 13 failures to appear. Now, some of his excuses were he was incarcerated for some of these charges. This is a failure to appear for driving on a suspended license. Now, I do want to say it's very entertaining. Judge Bryant does not disappoint in her performance in her courtroom on this video, but I am going to say this. Unfortunately, you do not find a conclusion to the video. There would not be a conclusion. We don't know how she's going to initially rule because from she comes from the Zoom meeting and she sees the defendant face to face. And when she starts seeing other defendants, she pushed him to the back. So we don't see did she remand him to jail or did he pay a fine? You don't see. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop this video because, like I said again, it is very entertaining. But nevertheless, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we'll be coming to you with more videos just like this in the future. And here we go.
On behalf of Mr. Simmons, sir, may you state your first, middle, and last name for the record?
Deontay D. Cole Simmons.
How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we're requesting a dismissal in the absence of the complainant.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, it is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and I don't see a representative on behalf of the corporate complaining witness, Home Depot. I don't have an explanation as to why the complaining witness is not present. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complaining witness's failure to appear.
Court is going to dismiss the matter without prejudice. The people are unable to proceed. The witness has not appeared. We will mail a copy of the order for your records. Have a great day. Stay safe. I'm ready on Mays.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I need the parties to come in the courtroom on the jury trial. This is case number 20443301. The people versus Adam Mays II. Defendant is charged with driving while license suspended, revoked, denied. And that's why when I printed out a register of action that was 12 pages long, I just felt like somebody should have to pay for the paper. Somebody should have to pay for the paper. And today is the date set for an arraignment on a bench warrant, but like the 10th one. Like the 10th one, like literally the 10th one. On a driving while license suspended. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Brigidia Hall on behalf of Adam Mays II. Sir, may you state your first, middle, and last name for the record?
I'm Eugene Mays, Your Honor.
Are you the second?
I'm sorry about that. Yes, I am the same.
Ms. Hall, literally is 10 times. I wrote it on my paper. I numbered them. How are we proceeding, Ms. Hall?
Mr. Mays would like to waive the formal reading and stand mute. We ask that a plea of not guilty be entered on his behalf, and we ask that this matter be scheduled for a final pretrial.
Without a tether. Not without a tether. I promise you, we're going on tether.
Your Honor, I do want to let the court know that Mr. Mays did indicate that he was incarcerated in Wayne County Jail.
Let me help you before you go there. Let me help you. Let me just help you. Let me help you. All right. February 2020, the matter was scheduled for a pretrial conference. February 21st, 2020, defendant failed to appear. The matter was rescheduled in November for a pretrial conference, November 23rd, October the 26th, 2020, the matter was scheduled for a pretrial conference, November 23rd. And then for some reason, maybe it had some COVID-related issue, it was removed from the calendar, and the matter was rescheduled for a pretrial conference February 1st, 2021. February 1st, 2021, defendant failed to appear. That's the second KPS. At some point, he reappeared, and the matter was arraigned by the magistrate. And then the magistrate set the matter for arraignment on the bench warrant April 27, 2021. April 27, 2021, the defendant failed to appear. Third KPS. And then at some point, he showed up later on, but at the end of the year. And at the end of the year, they scheduled the matter for another arraignment on the bench warrant for January 25th of 2022. On January the 25th, 2022, we finally had a pretrial conference. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, I got off on my counting. The defendant failed to appear. I apologize. January, he failed to appear. That was number 5. And then he came back at the end of the summer, and they set it for another bench warrant. Arraignment, a pretrial in September. They set it for September the 29th, 2022. September 29th, 2022. That's when finally the defendant appeared. Defendant appeared, and there was a pretrial held, and the matter was scheduled for a final pretrial conference. Final pretrial conference was scheduled for November 8th of 2022. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant failed to appear. November. And then he came back the next year in January. And they scheduled it for another arraignment on the bench warrant. And then arraignment on the bench warrant was scheduled for February 13th. And guess what? Can you guess, Ms. Hall? The defendant failed to appear. That's failure number 7. And then he came back in March, and they put him on for April 5th for an arraignment on the bench warrant. And then arraignment on the bench warrant, he finally again showed up. He showed up twice. But we on KPS number 7. So he showed up twice. And then April 5th, he was scheduled for pretrial for April 17th. And I want you to guess what happened on April 17th. Defendant failed to appear. That's KPS number 8. And then on May 17th, defendant failed to appear. All right. So then he showed up again in July. He showed up at a couple of days later, looked like a couple of days later, he showed up. And then it was scheduled for an arraignment on the bench warrant for July the 5th. And on July 5th, KPS number 9 happened. KPS number 9 failed to appear. KPS number 9 failed to appear. All right. And then he appeared a couple of days later. He appeared before the magistrate or something. It was scheduled for arraignment on the bench warrant for August the 3rd. And then on August 3rd, I promise you, guess what happened? Can you guess? Oh, I'll tell you because you can't guess. I know it's hard to guess. It's hard to guess. Put your hand down. We're not in school. I'm talking. On August 3rd, he failed to appear. That's KPS number 10. KPS number 10. Okay. We're at KPS number 10. KPS number 10. We're at KPS number 10. We are at KPS number 10. All right. So hold on. Let me see something. What did I do? Okay. Yes. We're at KPS number 10. And then he was supposed to come August 3rd. And then after August 3rd, he showed up, looked like again a couple of days later. He came August 7th. August 7th, they scheduled it for another arraignment on the bench warrant. They scheduled that arraignment on the bench warrant for August the 23rd. And Miss Hall, if you tell me what happened, don't even tell me. On August 23rd, he failed to appear. That's KPS number 11. That's failure to appear number 11. Okay. And then he came again August 31st. A few days later, he came again, August 31st. And then on August the 31st, the warrant was recalled and he was scheduled to appear for a pretrial conference. And the pretrial conference was scheduled for October 17th. And I promise you, if you tell me what happened on October 17th, if you can't tell me what happened on October 17th, I know you can. I know you can tell me. Everybody can tell me what happened. He failed to appear. That is KPS number 12. That's KPS number 12. So you can try to tell me about him being incarcerated. Go ahead and tell me about him being incarcerated and he was coming 3 days later and 2 days later and 5 days later. Come on this driving while license suspended case. This is a driving while license suspended. And Mr. Mays has 12 KPSs. 12. His paper, when I printed it out, I'm not even being honest. Oh my goodness, hold on. I was being honest. Let me correct the record. KPS number 12 was October 17, 2023. And then he showed up again. He showed up again in January. And it was scheduled for another arraignment on the bench warrant in January 2024. And then he appeared, well, it was put on for arraignment on the bench warrant. The warrant was canceled, and then he showed up, and it was scheduled for a pretrial conference. And then that was scheduled for February 29th. And so he appeared February 29th. He appeared. That's 4 times he appeared. Okay. And then it was scheduled for final pretrial. Same thing you asking me for today. Final pretrial. It was scheduled for final pretrial. And then guess what happened? On May 2nd, this year, May 2nd. Do you want me to tell you what happened? The defendant failed to appear for KPS number 13. KPS number 13. KPS number 13. Failed to appear. Didn't come. Didn't show up. Failed to appear. All right. And then he showed up May the 15th. And then May 15th, they gave him this court date. Now, why they didn't just hold him in custody, I don't know. Probably because it's a driving while license suspended case. Well, let me tell you what I'm not going to do. Give him another court date without a bond. I'm not. Ooh, I'm not. All right. So, come on. Somebody help me. What's going on? What, Miss Hall? What's going on?
Your Honor, I have no explanation for all of the KPSs. I will say that according to my client, he was incarcerated for at least some of them, and then for others, there were notices being sent to the incorrect address. However, if his KPS history shows you nothing else, is that he does not give up. It's a lot of people that.
But I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Ooh, I am giving up. Have you heard me say that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I am actually asking that you recall this case. We do want to see if we can try to get something figured out today.
For sure. Let's do that. Let us see if on a driving while license suspended case that should at a maximum take 2 court dates to resolve. And we're on KPS number 12, 13. Yeah, let's recall it and see if you all could work something out on this driving while license suspended case, because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous waste of the taxpayers' money. It is. It's a ridiculous waste. So let's see what we can do. We're going to recall the case. Yeah, we're going to recall the case. All right. I'm coming downstairs.
Your Honor.
Okay, so we're going to end it there. Unfortunately, if I even play the video further, they do not come up with a conclusion for the chase. But I can almost promise you, when she started it off, she said they're going to start it off with a tether. So he probably left that court proceeding with an ankle monitor, and he paid some money, or he went to jail. One of the two. But nonetheless, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we'll be coming to you more videos in the future. And once again, we will see you in the next video.